Welcome back, everybody, to another Onward VRML cast. I'm your host, TheSkyJoker, and today we are bringing you K-FOT versus Point Blank, part of the new and improved Oceanic region. Let's say my first time back here on the deck as the main host in quite a while. So let me know if there are any issues. Just updated all of my casting stuff, so I expect something to be a little off. But just let me know any of my game volume. Oh, actually, it is really high, so I'm gonna bump that down a bit, and then I can continue to adjust as needed. So let me know if gunshots are too low or too loud and whatnot. We can go and get that fixed. But we're gonna hop right into our bans here. Go ahead and get those displayed. So on the side of K-FOT, they are banning Quarantine, and Point Blank has banned Shipyard, one of the custom maps that are currently in rotation. And for our starting, so K-FOT banned Quarantine, a mid/long range map, but then as the first map, interestingly enough, they're bringing us to Snow Peak. So I'm wondering if maybe they're gonna have some sniper play to bring to the table. Always fun to see on maps like Snow Peak, Downfall, etc. K-FOT is a somewhat seasoned team, as I believe they started in season 11. If I recall correctly, and Point Blank being a new team. Gonna be cool to watch these two duke it out and take a look at some of the stats just to make sure I'm getting the relevant information. Hope everyone's doing good this morning. This is a very early cast. See, there are plenty of people in chat. Good to see. Good to see. So, K-FOT. They, yes, did start in season 11, Point Blank, a new team. The team captain having come from VR Sector. Oh, actually, no, this is VR Sector, renamed to Point Blank. Okay, so they started last season then. I've casted them a couple of times. Okay, all right. A little bit of history there. So I'm going to go ahead. We are still waiting on all players from both teams to hop into the lobby. So while we're doing that, I can bring us to the gameplay a little bit. Take a look at our first objective over here in the northwestern hangar. I'd say one of the harder objectives to attack. There's just so much open ground that you have to get across in order to actually challenge the objective. It can be pretty tough crossing those lines. And then once you do get across those lines, there's all these little ambush points that defenders can sit around and just wait. So it's definitely a challenge for this objective. That's one interesting aspect of Snow Peak is you never really know what you're going to get. It's similar to Quarantine in that sense. However, in Quarantine, it's still pretty much the same. You're just playing the map from different directions. However, with this one, you could get close range in the tunnels, long range in the hangars, mid range in the shack. It just depends. It's pretty random. So you could be playing a large map, but very small engagements. It looks like we are hopping into a 4v4. Point Blank starting on the defense here. We are underway. Let's go ahead and take a look at that offensive spawn down here in the south hangar as the teams get into position for some early lines. Lasers making their cross. Not quite spotting anybody out yet. Like Hollow's going to be the one to try and challenge the cross with Lake with this SKS. Wonder if he can actually see. Oh, he might just barely spot Cobra if he's looking hard enough. Plenty of in-game communication. Take a look at the defensive setup. We've got 2 in the ambush points right on objective. Hollow making the long peep. And then Seb Shreds holding out this relatively common shack here, but does have a laser pointed right at him. Tachinobi just barely missing those shots as Seb dives for cover here. The contact comes out about a minute and a half in. Look at the overhead view. So K-FOT's going for a kind of 2-2, more of a 1-1-2 split as Cobra with a nice shot, peeking that long angle back onto Hollow. Got him right in between those HESCO boxes and the fence. Down to a 3v4 now. With Hollow going down, this is going to open up a strong approach down here from the lake. Seb still has a line on it. Let's go ahead and check out exactly what he can see. So if they sneak around that small hill, Seb will miss it, which it looks like they actually already have. Tachinobi sitting up here. And if he could sit here for most of the round while his other 2 teammates on the other end down there in the east start to pinch from the other side and put a lot of pressure onto Point Blank's defense. Oh, mic volume up here. We can turn that up a little bit. All right, that should be a little bit better. Ooh. Grenade almost finds Seb just a little far off across the fence there. And Seb continues to take fire from now Cobra across the lake. Nice little flank from Nonsan to find Seb and to continue to pick off the defense as Tachinobi now inches his way to the weakened back end of the objective. Should find the back of Wasabi as he rounds this corner. And now with 1 left on the objective, Thin's ready for it, but the reaction isn't quite fast enough, ending in a trade. Gonna leave K-FOT with the first point. Go ahead and see if I remember how to do all the things. Yes! A 1-0. But now we're going to be switching sides. An excellent attack there. They took their time. They got the coordination. They had the angles they needed. And they picked off the defense one by one by one. Solid work. But let's see if Point Blank can answer back. Going through chat real quick, checking on a bit of background static on the mic. I might be able to fix that. hop back into the gameplay before I leave this overlay up. And continue to let me know if there are any problems. Feel free to put it in all caps so to make sure I see it. Any audio issues, if the game's too loud, if I'm too loud, if I'm not loud enough, etc., etc. Please let me know as we hop into round number 2. Okay, be careful, they can peek down there. Relatively common defense from K-FOT. One in the front, Hesco's, Cobra in the corner, Tachinobi kind of rotating around on the objective. We got Nonsan, though, making a pretty heavy push. Curious to see where he's going to go. Might hold off back here on these barrels to watch backwards. Let's see. Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. So, common, but at the same time, unexpected. It's going to be hard to weed out this position for sure, as most people that are coming across this line are going to be looking towards the objective, not backwards. Very powerful if you can get there. Look at the overhead view. The offense doing something similar to K-FOT. However, they're putting more resources into the lake cross than K-FOT did. Dita manages to pick up Seb right down across the lake. Gonna weaken that offense just a tad. Wasabi's looking for that refrag, but doesn't look like he's gonna find it. On Sand's line, just shy of Wasabi's head.
I think they're all in the hangar, or at least somewhere around the area.
Gonna drop a sniper cam here. Nonsan taking off shots to Thin, peeking over that hill a little bit, but Hollow has already snuck his way under Nonsan's line and is in the same position that Tachinobi was in. However, the back defense is still alive. Cobra over here in the corner. Hollow's gonna have to dig him out if he hopes to make progress this direction. Wasabi here. Looks like he's moved back. Can't quite find the angle onto the defense. Dita's going to be the next one to challenge here. Bobby looking for the shots onto Nonsan. Not quite going to find them, but now Hollow and Thin making their approach. They are in a straight line, though. They need to be careful not to cross this angle at the same time. Otherwise, they risk getting double killed. Will they be ready for Cobra over here on the other side of the fence, though? As Dita manages to pick up the marksman, the flashbang goes over. Cobra making the push. Finds Thin in the back. Hollow ducks down. Glitch through the fence just a little bit. He's going to have to be careful. Cobra just barely misses it. Now it's just down to Hollow in the 1v3. An excellent push out from Cobra. Hollow exposes his back, and Cobra finds the final kill. K-FOT takes the second point on defense. Can I do this correctly? Oh, I did it. Now on to 2-0. K-FOT solidly holding that point blank, exposing to just too many angles on their approach. Let themselves once again get picked off one at a time with no refrags available. Now we're going to be moving objectives. Another outside objective. We're going to the shack. All right. Go ahead and get gameplay up. Make sure we don't leave the pesky overlay up like some of our lesser casters do. No shade. No shade at all. We hop into round number 3. Oh, I totally forgot that this was a thing, guys. Ha ha.
Holy crap, that was bad. I could feel it. I don't know why I was done. I could feel it just like right there.
As I was just throwing shade to other casters. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the overlay for this defense here. This one's a very tricky one to defend, as it is so easy to get surrounded. Hollow taking up a pretty tough position. Bulk of the offense is going onto his north side, though. Could play in his favor, but if Nonsan opts to rotate over into the tunnel that Hollow's sitting the outside of, could prove fatal. I need to drop a camera here for later. Take a look at the other approach. Chachanobi coming in from the west side. Gonna try and circle around. Has to deal with Thin, though. Gonna be a tough one sitting outside those sandbags. Multiple angles to cover. Oh, a little bit of lag there. Oh, and the trade. Dita only down, though. Gonna get revived as Thin manages to pick up the rotating Chacha. A 1-for-1 trade now into a 3v3. Oh, Cobra with some nice shots. EMR through the Heskos. Gonna pick off another defender. Thin and Wasabi need to be thinking about rotating back to the objective now. Take a look at Nonsan's position. Might be able to pick up Thin. Oh, he doesn't see him quick enough. 2v2 smoke onto the objective area. Then just taking shots onto the objective, making sure he's not getting capped on. Almost gets picked off from the side. Dita just narrowly missing the shots. Then goes for the peak. Dangerous. He doesn't know exactly where he got shot from. I think he spotted the movement from Dita. Smoke coming right out. But then's going to push it. Dangerous decision, but it pays off as he finds the kill. Now down to just Cobra. Solid defense. With a little bit of luck, since Wasabi hasn't rotated back, if Cobra finds the shots onto Thin, while Wasabi's checking the south. Could be a cap. He's going to run for it. And he gets right under Wasabi's. Oh my goodness. Right as Wasabi looked away, Cobra ran across. And nobody was looking at the objective. And he gets the cap. Gonna take map number 1 for K-FOT. Wow. I was gonna say if he just takes out Thin right as he's looking away, but they both looked away just as he opted to make that cross onto the objective. Wow, the timing in that. As we prepare to go into map number 2. Still waiting on the choice for map number 2. Oh, as I say that, we are going to a completely different dynamic of combat here. As we go into the close quarters battle of cargo. Go ahead and get the team names up. All right, let's go ahead and roll up the gameplay. And we'll take a look at our first objective over here on the north side. In my opinion, the easiest objective to defend on this map, as it is furthest off to the edge. So it has the most lines that you have to cross to get to. We are all set, just waiting on the teams to finish strategizing. We can hop into more of the action. And here we go.
이깁시다 이거. 네. 지면 너무 잘할 수 있어요. 네, 욕 먹으니까.
Here we go. And into the close range battle that is Cargo. Already shots fired. Looks like Point Blank's gonna hold off in the center here, just waiting for the defense to get more aggressive. Over with a nice center peek, manages to catch off Seb. Unprepared for such an angle. Cobra getting a little excited off that kill. Gonna keep pushing, gets a flash to the face for his trouble, though. And just to peek down just before Wasabi gets around the corner. Ooh, Cobra misses the shots onto Wasabi. Shero needs to be peeking this corner in order to get this. Trade comes out. Thin and Dita. As the battle continues back and forth. Shero needs to be backing up Wasabi here. Action stalls out a little bit. Cobra backing off towards objective. Oh, a TK. Oh, and Cobra finds the shots onto Wasabi as he goes for the revive. Unfortunate. Little bit of the nerves getting to him as he saw the dark body of his teammate inside the shadow, thinking it was an enemy, giving K-FOT their first point on map number 2. Over managing to get very close to the objective, right behind enemy lines. Nearly doing enough damage, only downing someone. Thin with a uncommon shotgun kill. Picks him up, but Dita manages to get the refrag onto that. Defense staying tight on the objective. Nonsan now pushing in. Coming around the corner, finds one. But gets downed for his efforts. Wasabi now fighting his fight over on the pipeline.
Yeah, still in yellow.
Oh, the metal saving Chachinobi as he's unable to react. Nansan never getting finished off there. Gets revived. Nansan suppressing his own teammate. Shero shoots him in the back. Now the last position has been identified. Dita going in for the push and manages to get the kill. A nice rush around the corner. K-FOT picking up another point. I can push buttons, guys. Ooh. Oh, the overlay didn't go down. This is why we're on VRML 3. I told you to expect issues here. Why is it not going down? Hold on, guys. It did manage to give them a point, but it is not going down. Uh-oh. Well, you're gonna have to deal with the small screen while I try and figure this out. There we go. Managed to get it right as the action starts over here. Over number 3 once again, pushing up into a early line in the center. Trade comes out between Chachinobi and Thin. I'm getting caught here. Cobra picks up Seb, now down to a 2v3. Apologies for that weirdness a moment ago. Nansan's in a perfect position to watch the entire cross on this map. The only way around him is through the tunnel, which he would hear. So you really can't get past him without seeing unless he moves like that. Now it's down to Cobra's position here. Jero actually just managed to sneak by again right as Cobra looked away. The timing in this match. Goes for a peek just in time to catch Wasabi standing out in the open. Down to Shero trying to cross the line. Nansan once again getting a nice peek across the map. I'm gonna give K-FOT another point. And get that up there. All right, here we go. Will the overlay get stuck this time? Nope, we're good. Looks like I fixed it. Into round number 4. Oh, well, it looks like my round counter isn't working. We fired down through the pipeline. Just barely missing their mark. Once again, Cobra pushing his way up. Picks up both of them at the barrels. And he is on objective. Capping. Wasabi has no idea what just happened. K-FOT. Picking up the cap. Getting 5 points on the board. Taking map number 2 and the series. Point Blank just not ready for such fast aggression. There's my overlay. Sweet. Now wait for map number 3. K-FOT taking a solid push. Here we go into map number 3. We're going into Downfall. Another long-range map. Looks like that is the preference of K-FOT. Interesting how they just crush Point Blank in the close range and now going to long range. Drop that overlay. Make sure it's actually going to drop. Yes, it did. Sweet. Here we go. First objective going to be the helicopter 2-story over here in the northwest.
Yes, good VRML team. Anyways, I'll go center hotel. Well, yeah, we'll work on this. Yeah, we'll work on this with Invictus. We have a matchup against them.
Quick spawn from K-FOT. See how they utilize it. It's 3 of them push the red truck building. Gonna find 1, might find 2. They do. Gonna cut the Point Blank defense in half. One of them's only down, but that's gonna be a tricky revive. Do they risk going for it? Oh, and another TK. Thin taking down Seb. Poor communication on where they were gonna be defending from. That's gonna open up the cap. As Thin is not watching it from the window. This is an open objective. And almost getting his face taken off by Chachinobi. Cobra finds the kill as Thin peeks out to try and contest whoever threw the smoke. K-FOT pick up their first point on map number 3.
Can't even see the guy. Yeah, right.
And Seb, I think they will see you if you do that.
You're point blank. How do you get past this defense? That's over in a perfect ambush position for this rotation. Gonna find one. There has no idea where those shots came from. That suppressor's gonna hide that pretty well. He has no idea where his teammate just died from. Manages to catch Wasabi as well from the side. Now down to just Shero. Might actually catch Cobra in the back because Cobra never saw him. Suppressor versus suppressor. Cobra comes out on top. A nice round for Cobra. Pushes up straight into the attacker's area of attack. And just wipes them out and gives K-FOT their second point on map number 3.
Actually, center hotel.
Take his bullets as our sacrifice.
Over once again, just on top of that objective, manages to push right through the whole defense. Clover's really good at finding and picking all of the holes out and knowing exactly where to push up. Solid work from K-FOT. Definitely a very well-established team. They know how to work together. They know how to coordinate. Point Blank, again, being a relatively new team as well, but also a new roster. Still getting used to playing together. So definitely... Oh, 1 second, guys. Definitely nothing to be ashamed of. They did a really good job in the sense that a few of those rounds came down to 1v1s. There was decent trades. I think Point Blank just needs to work on being together. There were a lot of times where they were just working as individuals and not as a team. And I think once they get that team aspect down, they'll definitely put up a much stronger fight to the next opposition that they come across. But that is all for today's cast. Thank you all for joining me. Apologies for some of the issues. Again, first time loading up the casting deck in a while, so bound to be a couple little bugs and hitches, but it was good overall. I almost couldn't make it to the cast as I woke up 2 hours early with a pretty major cough, but I gulped down some medicine and managed to catch it. So glad to be here. Hope to catch you all in the next one. Sorry about that. Hope to catch you all in our next cast, and we'll see you next time.